Good evening, folks. This is S. Michael Sims,
And Christine.
and we are
Taboo.
Taboo, even.
Taboo.
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 Yeah, we are.
A couple's journey into the depths of sexual depravity.
So, yes, hello and welcome. We are fucking exhausted tonight. We're in a hotel room, which is as we were wont to do
Yes.
with each other.
Yes. These days.
For the past 3 weeks.
Right.
Shit gets expensive, so.
For want of a place for us to go to at the moment.
But I'm getting furniture in my apartment next week, so we're gonna cut that budget at least in half.
And let's clarify what's going on here. He just moved, so being a bachelor, just moving, he does what bachelors do. He didn't furnish his apartment.
No, yeah. Well, I went to Walmart and Wally World, right, and I got a 6-inch twin mattress, which is on the floor.
Yeah.
And it's good enough for what I need for now.
And then he met me.
Yeah, so I need something bigger and better.
But we did go out shopping, and on the 14th, everything will change, and we will not have to be using hotel rooms any longer.
That's right,
unless
baby.
we want to.
Queen size. Now, we could have gotten a king size, but I wanted a queen size because, honestly, king is too big. I want to be close to my mate in bed.
Yeah.
Cuddling and snuggling and hopefully not knocking her off the side if I inch over too much.
Well, we're on a king, so they say. They say this is a king inside hotel rooms, but
Definitely
I swear,
not a California king.
Yeah, it's not as big as my bed, which is not a California king. It's just a king, and this is not nearly as big as mine. So I think this is probably close to what he's going to be getting, and he does not knock me off. So come the 14th, we'll be doing our podcast from a more stable
location.
Yeah. So, but tonight we are exhausted because we have this hotel room and
we have spent the last at least 3, if not 4 hours
fucking
and sucking and licking and sticking and you name it. And boy, I was all over the place tonight with the fantasies.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were. He really was.
I don't even know where to begin. I started with my babysitter fantasy.
Yeah, I'm his babysitter.
She was my babysitter when I was 11 and she was 26.
Yep.
And it was my coming of age, pun intended. And I had the hots for her, and I just was so in love with her. And
now we met again.
Now, after all these years, and I'm old enough now to claim the prize, right?
And I do make him work for it.
No shit. Oh my God. And I'm not complaining. I mean, listen, only somebody as hypersexual as Christine could have possibly been my mate because I am up for it 24/7, whether I am even horny or not. I cannot keep my hands off of her. I cannot keep my eyes off of her.
Which is really hot. The eyes, oh my Lord.
And a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, right. If you're driving.
Especially on the road, folks. Listen, you better be damn good at multitasking. I'm going to end up on documenting reality.
I'll stop. I'll stop. It's my fault. It is all my fault. I do provocative things in the passenger seat.
She puts her hot ass legs up on the dash, which just blows my fucking mind. Like,
and then I rub them because they feel really good.
Yeah, she rubs her legs, then she rubs her tits, then she rubs her pussy, and I'm trying to fucking drive. Meanwhile, I'm giving her the side eye the whole time.
Which the side eye drives me crazy. It's the sexiest thing in the world to see him do. So, yeah. So we're tired tonight, to suffice it to say. We have been a little active since probably about 9 o'clock, and it's now 2 a.m.
Jesus wept. Nothing good ever happened after midnight. Yeah,
right?
My ass. Yeah, I can't give a shout out to whoever it was who said that. But
I used to always tell my kids that. Nothing good happens after midnight. That's not true. That is not. Has been great.
As far as I'm concerned, all the best things happen after midnight.
So the one thing that is happening is he is bringing out the dominatrix in me. I keep telling him he doesn't know what he is doing, that it's gonna...
Well, she started out by saying she wanted an alpha male, which I am more than happy to be. You know, I'll throw her against the bed and take what I want when I want it and force it if I need to, which I don't really need to with her, but we'll pretend or whatever. And it's great, and it's animalistic, and it's, what is it you call it? Primal. And yeah, I'll be King Kong, I'll be a fucking lion, you know, I'll be the beast, and get in there and take it. And I'll say that, you know, during the deed, take it, bitch, you know. I mean,
yeah.
We get pretty nasty, and it's fun, and yeah. I just got lost in what I was just saying.
But he is bringing out the dominatrix in me. And,
well, it started with the babysitter thing. So the babysitter is older. She is in control of the situation. I am coming of age and completely in lust with her, if not love. And I think it's love because I don't know the difference between lust and love at that age, right? And it's so easy for me to slide into that role.
And it's very easy for me to slide into the role of, you know, the older woman.
And that's part of what makes us click, what makes us work as a couple, is that we both very easily slide into roles that the other desires the other to be in, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it started with the babysitter. It progressed from there to perhaps another female being involved. But
lots of fantasy about eat her pussy, lick that pussy.
Right. But there's a caveat there. I'm not going to say there's jealousy issues per se, but I think it's natural that a woman in love with a man doesn't want that man to be lusting after another woman. And so one of the caveats is she's in control of that woman. She controls everything that that woman does, and I don't just get to hop in with both feet and do whatever the fuck I want without her say so. And that's kind of what has started leading into this dominatrix personality, is I will only do what it is that you want me to do.
And I think it's worth mentioning that if you are wanting to get involved in the lifestyle and your interest as the man is to add a female, and you have, you know, pure thoughts that this is just to enhance your already great relationship with your spouse or your partner, you're not looking to get a free ticket to cheat. Okay, so I just want to make that clear. If that's the case, but yet, even though your partner has a little bit of trepidation about it, a little bit of, as Mike said, maybe it's not jealousy, insecurity, whatever, then a good way to approach it is to let her be the one in control. Let her choose the woman. Let her direct what happens. You aren't necessarily a cuckold, but you do sit back and allow her to call the shots. At least for the first few times. You might evolve into more than that, but that's a great way to introduce the whole thing in a really safe, you know, way for her, right?
And how fucking hot is that, guys? I mean, and that evolved for me into both of us taking her on at the same time. That's one of my new fantasies that I've never really had before. Seducing and making her come together. And then it slid into more, gosh, and I am loath to say, but cuckoldry territory, where I fantasized about her and another guy and me, but the other guy is more hung than I am, more athletic than I am, more physically capable than I am, which excites me because the idea is that he is able to provide something for her that I physically cannot. And it's not a humiliation thing. I don't really necessarily want to be humiliated, although it may develop into that at some point, and perhaps it already has. I don't know. We're exploring this shit. But that is tonight's taboo,
Right,
is
yeah.
cuckoldry, basically.
Dominatrix and cuckoldry. Yeah. But before we start that,
Yeah.
there is something that we want to.
The elephant in the room.
Yeah,
Redneck
there's something.
Ronin.
Yeah, there's something we want to talk about regarding our first podcast episode.
And the first real feedback that we received from someone.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, I'm going to let you talk about it.
So I posted a link to our podcast on documenting reality in the water cooler, which is basically the discussion forum.
We talked about it in the last episode.
Yeah. And I definitely highly recommend it if you are into weird shit and free speech. And that's all I'll say about it this time. But, of course, we just got trolled to death from 99% of the members there. However, there was one member who's been there a long-ass time like me, at least since 2010, who actually listened to the podcast and had a lot to say about it. And basically, what he had to say about it was, you guys are vanilla.
Yeah.
You're not taboo. You're not extreme. You're not exploring the depths of sexual depravity. And then he gave a bunch of really silly to me examples of what actual depravity is.
Like having sex on broken glass.
Yeah, I don't even remember like all of the shit that he said.
That's the only thing I remember. It's
bizarre out there shit that nobody is fucking into, or maybe they are, but
there's probably maybe, but it's so fringe, it's so extreme.
And let's just get that out of the way right now. We are not in this to shock anybody. If anything, we are in it to alleviate some of the shock that we ourselves are experiencing, and maybe some of our listeners may be experiencing as they begin to explore, the edge of their sexual reality. There's a much better way to say that, I'm sure, but I guess the bottom line is, we're not trying to be edgy. We're just trying to explore our sexuality and be ourselves.
Look, what it comes down to is we just want to talk about the things that you think about but are afraid to talk about. Period. Right? Things that you think about that you see on porn or you just out of the box think in your head that you'd like to do, but you have nowhere to talk about it. Nobody talks about it. It's taboo. We're going to talk about it. We're bringing it to light. Right?
And I think where all that begins is with shared fantasy.
Yeah.
And for us, I would say a good 80% of it has been through texting.
Yeah.
We sext each other. And it is fucking intense, you guys. And it's so funny. I originally, when we first started dating, I basically said that cyber sex is lame.
Yeah.
And I was not into it, and I really never was. I had dabbled in it here and there, but...
And now he's like a pro.
Oh, my God. Me? Look at you. Jesus wept. The first thing I do in the morning when I get up with my morning wood is text my baby and let her know that I'm thinking of her and that I'm hard. And then we just start jumping into fantasy after fantasy. Yeah. And it is fucking intense.
Yeah.
And one of the latest fantasies that we have entertained is interracial sex.
Yeah.
And I'll just go ahead and throw it out there. We are meeting with an African American gentleman tomorrow evening in this same hotel room.
Well, we're meeting him at a bar.
Okay. If things go well at the bar...
I mean, please, that's what I thought.
And listen, I'm a pretty good judge of character, but if things go well at the bar...
Yes.
We're going to end up in this same hotel room.
Yes. We have this room for 2 nights.
Doing
anticipating.
MFM,
yes.
Which is male, female,
I
male.
get to be in the middle of these 2 gorgeous men. Yes.
And that's pretty fucking taboo, if you ask me. Now, Ronan
Right.
said that
It's-
swinging is not a taboo, and
Correct.
I'm sorry, but for most people in the Midwest, at least, if not the entire United States,
Yeah.
which still has a huge Puritan,
Right.
overtone.
Yes.
Um,
I mean, come on.
swingers sex.
Lots of people have experienced threesomes, but that doesn't mean it's not out of the box. It is, even though you could probably talk to a room full of people, and there's going to be several people that are going to say, "Oh yeah, I have had that," but it's still out of the box. I don't care how many people have had it. It is You ask them, is that out of the box or is that vanilla? They're going to say it's out of the box.
So, sorry, Ronan, we are not vanilla.
No, but we're also not freaking fringe, crazy.
Nobody's going to be shitting on my chest anytime
Right.
soon.
I'm not breaking a bunch of glass and fucking on it so I can cut up my back.
But
that's
if
crazy.
you're out there and that's your thing,
Yeah. Hey, no kink shame here.
absolutely not.
If
as
you
long
like
as you're
it-
not breaking the fucking law or messing with
Yeah.
kids.
Right, exactly. And I don't know that we'll touch on these things, but we will be talking in the future about things that are out of our purview, things that we are not.
Yeah, I can't wait to do the fucking necrophilia episode.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're gonna.
Which I think is illegal in most places,
Right.
but it's one
And-
of those gray areas.
And typically we won't talk about things that are illegal, but necrophilia is one that we will talk about, and that's sort of twofold. Mike has a other interest in life that has to do with horror movies, so that sort of you hear that stuff in the horror genre, and then of course it's just of interest when you are, I don't know, involved in extreme sex or, very active sex. I mean, when you have an active sex life and you have an active sexual imagination.
I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, though. I mean,
Well, the point is we will be talking about some things that are a little extreme, but I don't know that we're going to be touching on things that are kind of silly, which is kind of what Ronan
right.
talked about.
But God bless you. Thank you so much, Redneck Ronan, for
Yeah.
actually listening to the show and providing your feedback. And thank you for listening to the
Yeah.
Scared Shitless podcast and to Christine and Chris Anthony's podcast.
Yes.
Um,
And these are all other these are other podcasts that we are both involved in, and we'll put them in the description of this podcast if you're interested.
But tonight's taboo,
Yes.
as we stated, is Dominatrix / Cuckoldry.
Yes.
And again, it kind of began with sexting, although we both have backgrounds in swinging.
Yeah.
You want me to start, or you want to start with yours?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so my background in swinging has to do with me and my ex, who also had a childhood background of sexual abuse, and so we were both kind of, I guess, fucked up in a way, for lack of a better word. And when we first got back together after a 7-year split, we were high school sweethearts, but after a 7-year split, I kind of laid it all out on the table and told her, listen, I am fucked up, and I am into
I've discovered how fucked up I am.
kinky shit, and if that's not something you can handle, we probably shouldn't be together. And she, whether she meant it or not, agreed that, okay, I'll be with you. And so even from the beginning of our relationship, we explored bringing other people into the sexual aspect of our relationship. Nothing really took off until we moved to the Midwest and met another couple who was open to such things. And we had same room sex, which was exciting. And we were in our early to mid 20s. I mean, everything's exciting in your early to mid 20s, but same room sex with another couple, I mean, it was next level for both couples.
I did that when I was 15. Go
I
ahead.
did that when I was 15. And I was probably 7 and watching. But anyway, that was kind of the beginning of getting our foot in the door. But then we had kids and we settled down. But then sometime around 2005, after we had kind of become comfortable we decided together that we would explore the world of swinging and other people in the bedroom and other couples and other single males. And so we did. We went on Adult Friend Finder, which happens to be where Christine and I met.
Yep.
But this was 2005, and amazingly enough, they have not changed all that much over the years. They are pretty much the same site now in 2025 that they were in 2005. But we reached out to, at first, several single men to join us in the bedroom. And I would say that the most exciting encounter that we had was with an African American gentleman who was bigger than me, and I'm above average, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, yeah. Very thick.
Yeah, but this dude had a 10-inch cock and was thick and basically was, what would you call it, a bull.
Yeah.
And I really had no idea what I was getting into, but I took pictures and basically watched this guy fucking my wife, and I got so excited at one point that I joined in and fucked her in the ass while he was fucking her pussy, and we did double penetration, which was, again, next level shit for me. And I realized that I had hit basically a sexual peak at that point, and I was able to capture it in film. Not film, in photos. And I would say probably 5 years later, after we had stopped doing our swinging phase, I'm so proud of this. I basically had a hands-free orgasm simply from looking at an image of her getting plowed by this guy. I stared at it for like a half an hour and came without touching myself, which I don't think I'll ever be able to achieve again, but Christine, I think challenge accepted, right? I mean, we're delving into shit of our own that's going to top that easily, and who knows what'll end up on film, and who knows what I'll be delving into, you know, on my own in my spare time when we're not together. But God willing, we'll be together before too long. So
my experience in the lifestyle, it's been a long time. It was, what are we, 25? So it was about 27 years ago. Because I was involved. I had a boyfriend. We were involved in the lifestyle for about 5 years. And then I got married to a different man. He was very vanilla, and I was married to him for 23 years. So that's why there was such a long period of time where I was out of the lifestyle. When I was in it, we did everything. We went to a house party almost every weekend and did just everything.
And did you ever go to those clubs?
No, we never went to a club. I mean, well, one time we traveled with a bunch of people from the house that we went to, and we went to a club in Vegas. Well, it wasn't quite in Vegas, maybe, I don't know, Needles or something. But anyway, but that was it. I mean, otherwise it was just the house. And beyond that, or beside that, we had a couple that we played with for about 3 years. We were very good friends with. And so we did, we didn't do same room sex. We did,
Swapping?
It wasn't, no, he never penetrated another woman. Basically, it was almost always the same thing, especially with the couple. It was me and her together, and then the guys would join in, but with their own partners. But we were all, it was just a jumbled mess of touching and everything but penetration.
How old were you at the time? 30s?
Yeah, I was like 35.
See, guys, women hit their sexual peak at 36. Men hit their sexual peak at 18. So
yeah, but
do with that what you will.
But I gotta say, I don't have a sexual peak. I mean, that's just me.
You're still in your sexual peak.
I just don't have. I peaked and stayed. I peaked.
You plateaued.
Yeah, in my teens, really.
And I do feel like I'm fucking a teenager half the time, which is really gross. Ew.
But so anyway, so yeah, swinging. I basically my boyfriend would take me to this house and he'd watch me with other people. He liked to watch, and he never joined. Pretty much, predominantly.
Would you say he was a cuck then?
No, no. I would say he was more of a stag.
Aha. What's the difference?
So a stag is an alpha male who's very, very confident in who he is, and he enjoys watching his woman be with other men and knowing that she belongs to him, and there's nothing these guys can do to.
And then afterwards there is a
reclaiming, yeah. Which he always did that. We'd always go home after partying all night at the house, and he'd always do a reclaiming. But he did not agree that he was a stag, but, whatever. That sounds like a stag to
Which,
me.
by the way, is the plan for tomorrow, should this thing work out with this gentleman of the evening that will be joining us potentially. I will be reclaiming Christine afterwards.
Yeah, because no matter what we get into, whether whether he is pulling out the dominatrix in me or whatever, our predominant roles are
Personas.
alpha. Yeah, he's alpha, I'm submissive.
Yeah, even when she is a dominatrix, I still, when I get heated up enough, will say, fuck this shit, I'm taking charge.
Yeah.
Pass the gauntlet. That's our little thing.
And I would never dream of, challenging him on it, because I am truly submissive and I like it that way.
And if she challenges me, I'm going to throw her against the fucking wall and take what I fucking want. So.
And I would like it. So, but
I digress. We digress.
Yeah. When I getting back to my swinging days, I did. I never really did straight threesomes. There were foursomes, fivesomes, group, and I had a gangbang. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much what it was the whole time.
But dude wasn't a cuckold.
No, he was very much an alpha. Yeah, he just didn't partake. He liked to watch.
So I think there's a lot of confusion out there. I think that a lot of people assume that any guy that allows his woman to do shit with another man is a cuck, and that is a fallacy.
Correct.
A cuckold wants to be humiliated by another man.
And his woman.
And his woman.
Yeah. He gets off on it. He gets off on being dominated by his woman and the man that's fucking her.
But that kind of is what led to tonight's taboo, is that while we were sexting and while she was in dominatrix mode in the sexting, I had been watching some cuckold porn where white women were licking black guys' asses and sucking their cocks and worshiping their cocks and worshiping their asses. And it turned me on for whatever reason. And I started incorporating that into our sexting and discovered that it excited me. Am I a cuck? Fuck, I honestly don't know. And we may start to experiment with that tomorrow, and I may discover that on some level I can be a cuck.
I think, if I may interject,
please.
I think that Mike has a very adept ability, if that's right, at role playing. He gets very invested in what he's feeling and what he wants to play, and I don't think he's a cuck in the sense of most men that are cucks. I do think that he likes to play at being a cuck. So I don't think he's a cuck, but I think he likes to act as a cuck. Sometimes he likes to just be able to let go and say, I'm a cuck, and he plays the role of a cuck.
So one of the things that excited me was the idea of a guy with a cock that's so big and with a physique that's so impressive, and with an alpha male personality that's so dominating, that basically I have lost her pussy forever, that she's been ruined to me forever, and that I have fucked up, and now that pussy is owned by a black cock. And that excited me when I was watching the porn, and now we're possibly experimenting with that tomorrow, and the idea of that excites me. But is it my thing? Is it my main bag, baby? No.
No.
I can say with full confidence that that's not who I am. It's not what I'm about. It's not my go-to. And in fact, tonight, I said it with all sincerity, the thing that gets me off the most is her, my Christine, my baby, the love of my life. And when we just have sex, normal sex with each other, and I'm looking into her eyes, that is everything to me. And there's nothing better. There's no fantasy that compares with that. We call it soul fucking. And I'm pretty sure you feel the same way, am I right?
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, recently I sent you a text and I told you that I love how we can spend hours and hours in our fantasy world playing out these different scenarios, being with other people, and just all the things that we've been talking about now. And then we end the night with, just making love all night long. Like, we can stay up until 5 a.m. just making love, just kissing on each other, and just making
all
love.
the things.
Yeah, and it's just us. There's no more fantasy. There's no more, of the role playing. It's just us.
One of my favorite things to do, though, with her is to have her call me a fucker, and then have her say it a little slower, and it sounds like she's saying fuck her.
Fuck her. Fuck that pussy.
So, but she caught on pretty quick.
Fuck you.
Fuck me, fuck you, fuck her. And listen, bottom line, it's fun. We're having so much fun exploring each other's fantasies and the edge of our sexuality. It's why we're doing what we're doing. It's why we're on this journey together, why we're inviting you, our listening audience, to join us on that journey. And again, like we said in the first episode, we might crash and burn. It might just all be for naught. And we suddenly discover that, we're basically just fucked up assholes or whatever. But isn't it worth it? I mean, fuck. We'll probably look back on it in 20 years if we're still alive and say, yeah, it was worth it. I mean, what are the chances that you're going to run into somebody who is equally as open to exploring their dark side as you are?
Yeah, I'm sure there are people out there that are going to criticize us as having a very, very shallow and weird relationship, since a great majority of it is this. But
Taboo.
Right. But what they don't know is all the other, time that we spend together. I mean, tonight, what did we do?
I met your family.
Yeah. I mean, he's met most of my family, but there was still one little child that he hadn't met. And we went and spent some time with her and the rest of the family that he has already met. Well, I guess there were two girls that he hadn't met. So yeah, we spent a couple of hours
and
with
the text
family.
that I sent you today was that I love doing life with you.
Yeah.
And I don't think that the taboo sex and the fantasies and all of the rest of the fun shit, this journey that we're on, would work if we didn't have that foundation. And I kind of made fun of Christine.
Yes.
I'm a little ashamed of myself, and I'm getting a little verklempt thinking about it. She said that before we do any of these kinky things together, we need to have a solid foundation. I kind of laughed about it, like, oh, sure.
He did.
But she was right, I believe. I believe that before you agree to step out into the world of depravity, if you want to call it that, you need to have a solid foundation. You need to love each other for who you are outside the bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to have a foundation of trust and love.
Because let's face it, someday all of this is going to go away. I will be too old at some point to get it up. I'll be too old to hold my own, or whatever you want to call it. I might still be able to do cuckold shit or whatever, but someday, we're going to be too old to do the sex. And
we better enjoy being together.
Yeah, because what else is life about?
I will say that I enjoy Mike hugging on me, holding me, spending time with me. So I am not concerned about if the day comes that we can't have sexual intercourse, because we will still have intimacy.
I will still be able to look at you, look into your eyes,
right?
Look at your beautiful face, and
with that look that I love, because when he looks at me like he loves me, and it drives me crazy.
In a good way.
In a good way. And you'll still be able to do that. That will never stop unless you don't feel that way, but otherwise it won't stop.
You're always going to be you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's all I got.
So, I guess we kind of, I don't know.
What else is there to say? Cuckoldry, look, if that's your thing, don't let anybody shame you for it.
Oh, absolutely not.
Unless that's what you're into. Which
well,
I guess is at the root of true cuckoldry. If you want to feel ashamed of yourself, please, by all means. But I think what we're doing is different. I think we're playing a role, and that to me is more fun than being ashamed of myself or feeling inadequate or embarrassed or whatever.
But look, we'll let you know if we explore this and find out that he is a cuckold. We'll tell you. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm just going to be screaming it from the rooftops. Hey, everybody, I'm a beta male. I'm a fucking cuckold.
No, I don't. Well, see, now the way you said it is like there's something wrong with it.
Well, that's how I was raised.
No, there's nothing wrong with it, but I don't think it is his full-time gig. I think that he does enjoy playing it as a role, for sure.
And part of that is the dominatrix aspect. I want her to tell me, no, you can't touch me. He's fucking me. You may not fuck me. Yeah. No, you can't look into my eyes while he's fucking me. Just fucking shoot me down. And put me in my place. And that puts her in a power and control role, which is hot to me because that's normally my role.
And I've been doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a damn good job at it, baby.
Yeah. But it's a role. It's a role. It is not who he is. And maybe that's what we're trying to say here, is that these taboo subjects, if you're interested in them, you don't have to think they are what define you. It's just it can just be a thing that you're enjoying. You might only enjoy it once. Maybe you enjoy it all the time, but, just a fraction,
it might just be a phase. You might, don't know. There are seasons for everything, right? Yeah. We talked about necrophilia earlier. I've never had sex with a dead body.
Oh, God.
But
thank goodness, right?
I'm going to be super transparent here, and I am always transparent to a fault. When I was in my early 20s, I rented some movies, including Necromantic, about a guy who had sex with dead bodies, and I was fascinated by it, and I had dreams about having sex with corpses.
That's horrible.
It's fucking awful, but it was a phase, and thank God I got out of it, because I never would have met and fallen in love with Christine.
No,
but
that's
baby,
true.
if you want to pretend you're dead for me, what was it you did?
The other night.
Oh my God.
So the other night we were making out, and I was trying to exert my dominance over him, and I told him, not to kiss
Don't
me
move.
back. Well, I said don't move, but what my intention was is don't kiss me, don't kiss me. You're not allowed to move.
But she said don't
but
move.
But I said don't move.
And I had just got done the day before telling her about the Ted Bundy movie, where there's a scene where he basically tells his girlfriend,
which of course I
to
was
hold
not
still and not move, and
of
pretend
course,
she was dead.
I was not thinking of that. I was thinking of dominating him and telling him
but
not
that
to.
was all I could think.
So we do this whole thing, and in my mind, I'm like controlling him, right? I'm like,
But
don't
in my
move.
mind, she
Oh,
wants me to pretend I'm dead.
yeah, I'm trying to tell them. So in my mind, I'm like exerting control. I'm like, don't kiss me, but I didn't say it like that. I said, don't move, which was my mistake. And it was fucking hot.
For you.
What an ass. Really? You
I mean,
didn't...
honestly, it was hot for me too, and I'm ashamed of myself.
exactly. Well, because you were thinking of it in a different way. I was thinking of it like a dominatrix. You were fucking sicko, thinking of it as a fucking dead person, which never entered my mind. And so then
Communication is so important, folks.
So we're sitting here doing this, and I'm licking his lips and kissing him lightly, and anytime he moves, I'm like, no, don't. And then he fucking tells me, what, am I dead? And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Totally dog the mood.
Yeah, and how did I react?
Unkindly.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, what do you mean? That's disgusting. No.
But obviously, we had a good laugh about it.
Yeah. Sure, we laughed. Ha ha.
It is to laugh.
So, yeah, anyway.
So, yeah, don't take yourself so seriously. Have fun. Be kinky. Be adventurous.
And taboo is taboo. It is outside the box, but it does not...
It doesn't have to mean extreme.
Yeah. It does not have to mean extreme.
What
Shitting
is it?
in somebody's mouth.
BME Pain Olympics.
Yeah, it does not have to be all that stuff to be taboo. Taboo, I think you guys see from just 2 episodes, taboo is, fantasizing about your babysitter and then meeting her later
In
and
life,
fucking her. It is...
She calls me Mikey.
I call him Mikey.
And I call her Christine. I'm so in love with you. And I want to be with you forever.
It's very flattering. I like it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I do. I love it. Mikey. So yeah, I mean, taboo could be all kinds of things, but it does not have to be, and it is not limited to extreme sexual fetishes. Absolutely not. No. At least not here.
But we are on a journey together into sexual depravity, which we will continue to invite you to come along on this journey with us. So we will let you know how it goes tomorrow evening with Jay.
Yes.
There's a lot of guys named Jay in the Naked City, I'll tell you. Especially of the African American persuasion. But I can't wait to tell you guys how it goes. I'm excited.
Hopefully we make it beyond the bar.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming things are going to go perfectly and that there's chemistry and that this guy is going to show up stinking and, offensive and whatever else. But I could be completely wrong.
Wait, you just contradicted yourself in the same... I'm assuming it's going to go great, but he's going to show up stinking and offensive?
No, there's a possibility that he could show up.
You missed those words.
Okay, well, thank you for injecting them, baby. I mean, that's why it's a team effort, okay?
So, yes, there is a possibility that he could show up stinking.
Well, okay. So listen, we did the analingus episode, right? That was
Yeah.
our first taboo.
Yeah.
And the guy, Jay, listened to our
Yes.
episode. It was one of our caveats was that we wanted whoever it was that we fooled
Right.
around with to listen to our show. He listened to the show, got excited
Yeah.
about the analingus
Yeah.
aspect of it.
Not because he wants to lick my ass.
No, he wants to have his ass
Yes.
licked, which
So Mike's gonna do it.
which I'm not gonna lick his ass. Are you fucking kidding me? I ain't licking shit. No. I mean, it coincided with the porno that I was telling you about. You know, where white bitches are licking black guys' asses and worshiping their cocks. And this guy is excited to have his ass licked by my wife or my woman. So I'm not opposed to that. And what I basically told him was what she told me, which was I am willing to do that if he is clean. That's got to be like numero uno, no poodoo. And he has to be attractive. So
Right.
clean and attractive.
Yes.
So we'll see.
Not his ass, his face.
The whole package.
The whole package.
So we'll see how it goes, and we're excited to share that with you.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, baby, before we close out for the evening?
No, but we did get some anal plugs.
We did, yeah. We
Yeah.
went to the porno. I call it the porno store,
Yeah.
but it's Cirilla's. It's the adult novelty store, or I don't know even know what the proper name for it is. But we got a trainer butt plug for her,
Yeah.
which worked really well, I think. Yes. Gosh, I didn't even use lube on it. Just your pussy juice was enough.
I begged him. I'm like, lube!
Well, put lube. No,
But he didn't.
Nope, and it was fine,
Yeah,
right?
it was.
But it was little, you know. It was a trainer.
Yeah, it's not big.
But we got a big one for me. Now we have not used it yet,
I'm going to.
but she's gonna. She can't wait to stick that huge butt plug up my ass.
He's got a very pliable ass.
It's been around the block. But that's a whole nother episode.
I wish my ass was like that. It's not.
Yours too can be like mine.
So, yes, lots of stuff on the horizon. We will be back next Wednesday with another episode of Taboo. You can just listen to Mike and I talk about whatever the fuck we talk about, because it's going to be a whole week, and you know we're going to be up to all kinds of shit. And you can bet that if Mike fucks up, I'm going to tell you all about it. So stay tuned.
That's half the fun of the show, isn't it?
Right?
Let's see how Mike's gonna fuck up this week.
Well, you didn't fuck up anything. What did you?
I'm
See,
sure I did.
I feel like we talked about something that you did.
Well, yeah, I fucked up with the necrophilia shit.
No, something before that. People, what was it? There was something.
I
There was something.
posted something on your social media that you didn't like.
Is that what it was? I don't know. Anyway, I'll be telling the team.
I'm a fuck up, but she
be,
loves me anyway because I have a big dick and a skilled tongue.
and he looks at me like, oh my Lord, the way
Hey,
he looks
baby.
at me. Yeah, nobody's ever looked at me like that.
Hey, Christine,
Hi,
I
Mikey.
love you.
Uh-huh.
I want to be with you forever.
Aw.
I want to marry you.
Aw, Mikey.
All right, we're gonna fuck now.
Yeah, we're gonna go fuck.
Good night.
Good night.